San Marino is one of the smallest countries in Europe. At around 60 square kilometers, the country is only half the size of Sylt and is therefore the fifth smallest state in the world. In Europe, only the Vatican City and Monaco are even smaller. The country also has only 30,000 inhabitants and is completely surrounded by Italy. San Marino describes itself as the oldest existing republic in the world, as it was founded in the year 301. This raises the question of how tiny San Marino can still be independent of Italy after more than 1,700 years. According to legend, San Marino was founded in 301 by a Christian stonemason named Marinus, who was later venerated as Saint Marinus. He had to flee his homeland and therefore settled on Monte Titano, the highest of San Marino's 7 hills, to pursue his stonemasonry in peace. He also founded a small Christian community there, and after his death the area was renamed the Gland of San Marino. However, the founding story is disputed among historians. However, it has been proven that more and more Christian monks did indeed settle on the mountain and the surrounding area over the next few years. As a result, an organized public life developed there and the community grew. Thanks to its seclusion and the construction of 3 castles on the summit of Monte Titano, the community managed to fend off attacks from neighboring invaders. The Malatesta family in particular, the rulers of nearby Rimini, tried several times to bring San Marino under their rule, but through clever alliance politics with rival families, San Marino was able to defend its independence. In 1291, the Holy See even officially confirmed San Marino's independence. In 1463, San Marino even waged war against the Malatestas on its own initiative, allowing the state to expand its territory with the approval of the church. In 1503, San Marino was briefly conquered by Cesare Borgia, the Pope's son. He established a tyranny, but this was quickly ended by an uprising, making San Marino completely independent again. In 1600, San Marino received a constitution that provided for a parliamentary government and is still the oldest written constitution in the world today. Despite increasing attacks from outside, particularly from the Papal States, San Marino was always able to defend its independence over the centuries. When Napoleon invaded Italy, he guaranteed the Republic's independence with the Treaty of Tolentino and even offered to expand San Marino's territory. San Marino's independence was confirmed again at the subsequent Congress of Vienna. And even when Italy was united as a nation-state, the Kingdom of Italy, San Marino's independence was not affected. The country was only briefly occupied by another power in 1944. As the German troops retreated further and further towards northern Italy ahead of the Allied forces, fighting also broke out around San Marino and the British occupied the country for a few weeks. After the war, San Marino became the first country in the world to be governed by a communist party through democratic elections. This period lasted from 1945 to 1957, and it was not until the 1980s that the Communist Party changed its name to the Progressive Democratic Party. It was not until 1992 that San Marino became an official member of the United Nations, and in the 2000s it signed agreements with the OSCE to create more transparency in banking and tax matters. Like other small states, San Marino was considered a paradise for tax evasion and was only finally removed from the gray list of tax havens in 2018. San Marino is still the only surviving Italian city-state that is reminiscent of the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, when Italy, like Germany, was divided into a patchwork of states. San Marino uses the euro, although it is not a member of the European Union, and the official language is Italian. It benefits above all from the tourism sector, which contributes over 50% to the country's GDP. More than 3 million tourists visit the country every year, making it one of the richest countries in the world in terms of GDP per capita. In addition, there is virtually no unemployment among the approximately 30,000 inhabitants and no national debt thanks to an efficient budget policy.